All right. So, how much do you guys know about idols?
Not as
I
much as I
know
do about NFTs, baby.
I know everything about them, actually. That's
All the
why I
idols.
reviewed U149.
That's true. Doc, you might have more sway over this than I thought. So, remember who? Do you guys know of this legend? Who is the first virtual YouTuber?
The
Me.
first
All right.
popular
So,
VTuber is probably Kizuna Ai, right? Although there were people before her, for sure.
like who? Other than Moemi?
Annoying
Do we
orange.
count Moemi?
Yeah, that's true. Annoying orange. He's right. He's right.
Well, what about, and also Demon Lord Zeraxis, if you count him.
True.
Yeah. Okay. So, remember the golden age of virtual YouTubers? Well, is
I
it the
thought that was
golden
now.
age?
I
No,
thought
the
that was
golden
It's
age
the
now.
was
Bronze Age, dude.
It's browsing.
yeah, okay, let's go like in
The
the
Dark
beginning,
Age.
in the Big Bang,
There was
Yes. Okay.
bronze.
there was bronze. The most popular VTuber of all time was Kizuna Ai.
Okay.
And in Kizuna Ai land, the series, I guess the series, yeah. She's not a VTuber, she's a real virtual artist who's an actual AI. And for the past 5 years, she's won the Lapin d'Or. I think that's French. Near. Do you know what that means?
No.
Spelled like
I think the
Lapin d'Or.
Lapin is it just says the Lapin. Okay.
What?
Anyways,
Yeah, so there's this prestigious award called the Lapin d'Or. And, I have some stuff to say about the Lapin d'Or later on. But yeah, for 5 years, she's won this award. But then all of a sudden, she's mysteriously vanished. Get it? You guys get it? 5 years and then she vanishes. Get it?
Yeah, like how she's vanished off of
yes,
fucking
yes.
relevancy.
Because that's basically been how long Kizuna Ai has been active, if you think about it. Roughly,
Okay.
because she started 2017, right? I think
Probably around
2017.
that. Probably around that
Oh,
time.
November
2016,
2016.
2017 was the
Yeah,
general.
November 2016. That doesn't really count. So yeah,
Yeah.
November 2016. We can count that as 2017. So she's been gone for 5 years. You know when she went on indefinite hiatus? 2022. That's 5 years, my dude. Get it? Get it? Oh, yeah, that's pretty much the backstory. She's an famous. I'm
All
sorry,
right. So what are
virtual
the
artist.
characters actually doing in each episode or like in the episodes in
And
general
so during
from the
those
top
five
level?
years after she disappeared, she's influenced millions of young people, I guess. So that's where the main character, Miracle, comes in. That's her name, Miracle. Get it?
Okay.
I don't know if Miracle is supposed to be some sort of, uh, like some sort of hint toward I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah. So now they're attending. Miracle is a student attending Aden Academy, ADEN, which stands for, I wrote this down, Artist Garden Academy. Yes,
Huh?
Artist what academy?
Artist Garden Academy, Aden instead of Eden. I don't.
Oh, okay. So it's not like an acronym. It's like okay. All right.
What? No, yeah, okay. So she attends this academy where they learn to be virtual artists, and
Fuck does that mean, by the way?
they're not trying to say they're not trying to say VTuber because she's real. Remember,
Okay. I got you.
she's real in this universe. So a virtual artist,
I got you.
basically a YouTuber, but in the virtual world.
Yes, but not with YouTube. Just virtual.
No,
Yes.
virtual virtual Aiden, I guess they call it.
So Is she like an idol in this, or
Yeah, it's just
I
an idol show.
guess.
It's just an
Yeah, pretty
idol
much. Yeah.
show.
But yeah.
It's like Love
So
Live, like School Academy kind of idol
right?
setting thing.
But
so
instead of top idol, she's just Miku.
remember when I
In
mentioned the
school.
metaverse?
Yes.
This series takes place in the metaverse. They attend. There's a physical academy, but you to attend classes, you have to log in to the metaverse and attend virtual classes.
Nice.
It's weird.
That sounds like hell.
You know what the worst part about that is? Is because there's the physical part, right? They have dorms and stuff. They wake up, then they have to walk to the school, and to log in, apparently they just stand in an auditorium and then log in from there. There's like no chairs or anything, so there's a bunch of characters randomly standing around, logging in, just standing there for hours on end in an auditorium. It's weird. And the way they log in is like they leave their physical bodies through a wormhole. So like the ghost comes out and then they log into the metaverse. And when they
So it's
want to
like
log
full
back in,
dive.
yeah, but it's
It
full
sounds really
dive, but
dangerous while standing up.
that's what I'm thinking. That's the one major gripe I noticed. They're just standing there in an auditorium all by themselves in like an empty space. Can't someone just like knock them over by accident? You'd think they'd have at least some chairs or something, but no, they're just standing in an empty space. They can't even access it from their dorms. It's weird. But yeah,
And I mean, so it's just like from what I'm reading, it's just like they combine the basic structure of like a school idol, like anime kind of thing, like Awake Girls or like a school Love Live. But then inside of there, just like, yeah, VTubers,
Uh,
Miku, virtual stuff,
no
AI.
VTubers, Fire. No VTubers.
Sorry,
Well,
virtual artists.
yeah,
Excuse me,
virtual
virtual artists.
artists.
And they're like Miku and like NFTs, AI. That's pretty much it, right? Like those two things are being integrated
We
together.
can talk
That's all
about
it
the
is.
NFTs later. The main thing is about the La Pin Door. The main reason why,
It's Golden Rabbit, by the way.
yeah,
Yeah.
senior, you get it. You understand Le French.
I don't. I looked it up.
Yeah.
So the whole reason that a miracle is enrolled in this academy and all the others is that they want to become the next person to win the La Pin Door at the VGA, which is the Virtual Grid Award. I don't know how. I guess they win it through by
The
being the most
Streamies.
popular. I guess you can call it
Streamies.
streamies, yeah. And that's pretty much the story. It's about Miracle and how she. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And, in order to get to the VGAs, they have to do this. They have to go through a tournament arc, and
Uh
you have to get what's called an Aiden seed. So
huh.
I guess it's pretty much like qualifiers. You got to do the qualifiers, and you have to be top 15 in the academy to go to the main event. So that's currently what Miracle and her group of friends are doing. They got to be top 15 to become sated to go to the VGA. And that's pretty much what happens in 8 episodes.
So
And
my question is I mean, it kind of sounds like a simple, like standard question, but just is it even worth watching?
I will
Eh,
tell you right now, this series is glacially slow. We're 8 episodes in, and we focused on the same three main characters,
How big is the
which is,
cast?
I believe, there's 5 main girls, 2 of which have not appeared. Well, one of them has just appeared at the end of episode 8, and the other one still has not appeared in
Uh
the
huh.
series. So, going down the list, there we got Miracle. she's the Genki girl. I want to be just like Kizuna Ai, but I'm super ordinary and I lived an ordinary life. So I have to basically learn from the ground up what it is to be a virtual artist because she's got no talents and whatnot. Her Aiden ranking is like in the low 500s and whatnot. And she mentioned that, oh, my live streams are so bad. I only have 97 viewers. And I'm like, 97's a bad number? That's several times better than that's orders better than most other virtual YouTubers who are starting out and whatnot. Yeah, and then the first friend I guess she meets is basically a Korok, a floating Korok named Maru Maru. That's cool, I guess. Because, in this virtual academy, you can use whatever avatar you want in the metaverse. But like they believe they gave us a statistic that 50% of them just scan their real life bodies and do whatever they and like, just doll it up a little. So Miracle is one of the few who does that. And then her first real friend, I guess, is Chris, who I believe just finds her interesting because they're in the same class, so she does her thing, and people are like, oh, we this is Miracle's like, you got a live stream for today, so everyone review Miracle's live stream. So Chris found her interesting. Chris is the silver-haired girl, and she's like, all right, I'll tag along with you. Then there's another member, Noelle. Noelle is the blonde-haired one who's, oh, I believe she's what, top 21, so of the school. So she's the school's prima donna. So she gets dragged into their shenanigans. And that's pretty much the main four characters that have showed up in these episodes. And
I don't.
they're all trying to become top 15 in their own way to get to the Aiden seed thing, except Maru, who's side character, but has some relevance that just appeared. That has
The
just because
problem.
started becoming relevant in episode 8. So yeah, it's
The
weird.
problem is. The problem is. It's like it doesn't. Even if the characters were like somewhat interesting, ultimately the entire structure and premise of this series kind of dooms it to hell. You know what I
It's
mean?
it's super generic and glacially slow,
Yeah.
and that does not help it at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe this series is what supposed to be about the legacy of Kizuna Ai and how she connected people around the world.
I
That's
mean,
nice. That's a nice
that's just
concept.
all PR. That's just all PR speak. That's
Yeah,
not even the
that's not really
They're
what
just
this
trying
show's
to
about.
sell, like they're just trying to squeeze out the last drops of money from Kizuna Ai's old dead body before they can
Brand,
move it
yeah.
on to selling more NFTs or whatever the fuck.
See, I'd be okay if it was more about Kizuna Ai and what she did, like about VTuber
Yeah,
stuff, but it's
sure.
not. It's literally just, oh, she's a legendary figure, and I want to be just like her. And here's this
It's
new
kind of
cast
like
who are not that
it's
interesting.
it's kind of similar to, although I think that series was a little bit better, but it's kind of similar to something like a Miss Monochrome, right? But even Miss Monochrome was like better, probably better than this
Yeah.
series. But it's a little bit, well, not a little bit. It's very unfortunate that Kizuna Ai, um, first with like the whole like getting all the different voices and hooking up with like the Chinese company or whatever the fuck, and then doing all these weird things, and then afterwards, kind of just going in depth on hiatus just to come back with NFTs, and then now doing this shit. It's just been a very unfortunate downfall. Is there?
Like
I don't know. Like, what the fuck do I even? What questions do I even ask about this series?
Kizuna Ai aside,
Yes.
like how people have this 3 episode rule of anime, where after 3 episodes
Sure. Sure. Sure.
you gotta do stuff. Well, these 3 episodes are horrendously bad for that. Episode 1 and 2 is Miracle meets Chris, and then and
I ain't
they
gonna
do
lie.
stuff.
I think this series, it doesn't matter how many episodes you give it. It
So
really doesn't.
so Kizuna is just straight up not in this, right?
She's in there. She has voice lines and whatnot.
She's supposed to be part of the lore, but she's supposed to be like the sort of
She's
the Hero
vanished in
King
this
founder.
series.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's sort of like the Hero King founder kind of thing that's referenced to, but
Uh-huh.
she is nowhere near like any of the main cast or anything.
Yeah. So going back to like, the 3 episode rule, the first 3 episodes are really bad. Episode 1 and 2, they don't do anything. Like, oh, we're gonna meet this. Oh, you know, Miracle does a live stream and does a song. Oh, that's cool. Chris sees it and is like, oh, that's a cool song. Let me try it. I've never sung the song before. Oh no,
Right.
she did a live stream. She's way better than me. And then episode 3 is when they start talking about the actual plot where you got to go to the VGAs. And the thing about episode 3 is that's the one when they mention NFTs, baby. So that will turn a lot of people off because unfortunately the story actually starts at episode 4. So, the
Yeah.
episode rule does not apply to this series. Most people will run away.
Oh wait, this is done by Signal MD and Wit Studios. So you
Yeah.
guys
Oh my
realize that
god,
like
there.
you guys realize that yeah, it's like say pretty much like oh, and it's done by Wit Studio too. Fuck.
Yep.
Okay,
Lit.
so God, so people are like working on this, and just down the street, like the main like production IG guys are working on fucking Heavily Illusion. It's
Back
just
on Titan,
laughing all the way to the
baby.
bank.
But yeah.
um, I guess
So
there's like not much else to say. But what about the audio visuals?
they're fine. I mean, I don't it's Witsuit. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay.
But let's talk about NFTs, guys. Let's talk about NFTs. Do you guys know what NFT stands for?
Non-fungible token.
You know why? Do you know what fungible means, Meyer?
Yes.
What does fungible mean?
Able to be turned into like currency for trading and stuff
So
like
what
that.
does non-fungible mean?
Means you can't do that with- because it holds like a static like value.
So you're saying it's a cryptographic asset that's one of a kind on the blockchain, right?
Yes, sir.
And you can't fake it and whatnot.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think what do you think the importance of the Lepon door is?
Oh God, no! Oh no! Wait, this is it's like the main like the Golden Rabbit Award or whatever. Is that an NFT?
It's an NFT.
Oh
It's
my God!
a prestigious
No!
NFT.
Well, now I gotta buy it.
Now I gotta watch this series.
Oh, you
I
got
have full crypto, bro. What's happening, bro? Oh my God, I can't believe.
Dude,
Oh
that
man,
is really bad. Like,
I would have rather, you know how Mirai Akari like retired and then came back and then did another project and then retired and did all this like stuff like back and forth all the time, and kind of similar with uh Luna, right? Where it's like she kind of went back to her more popular uh alt as not
Kaguya
alt.
Luna. You have to
Yeah, Kaguya
specify.
Luna as Pimaru sama, right?
Yeah.
Like the Pimaru sama is one thing. That's like a completely different level of like that was a happy ending. But like with I would rather have somebody end up like Mirai Akari where they're just like, I'll just die off or kind of come back or like, whatever, and like kind of run off and try other things than whatever is happening with Kizuna right now. I hate it. I hate all of the things that is happening with Kizuna ever since she like split up into like 5 different voices and then hooked up with like a Chinese company and then went off the grid and then came back and did NFTs and then like what is this shit, man? What's wrong with like oh god, just oh man. Oh
To be fair, Spire, I'll say this: the Japanese side sees NFTs differently than us
Yeah, yeah.
pro Westerners.
It is much more
Yeah,
tolerated and very popular over
they're
there.
idiots, is what we could say. They're fucking stupid.
The whole thing about that, this can't be used as like a can't fake this digital asset thing is, I guess, why it's the left indoors an
It's being
NFT.
it's being
No,
pushed.
the
Well,
the
it's being
reason
virally
the
pushed by a lot of
reason
like,
why like a lot of the problem with a lot of emerging technology in Japan is that they definitely see the fact that they fucking fell behind like super hard, right? They were basically on top for how many decades with tech? Like, oh, Japan's got all the new shit. They're they're outputting all of this stuff. And then now you look at it and it's like their websites may as well be from fucking like 2002, right? So their tech is dog shit. So now they're like, it's like, that's why you see a bunch of government shit that's like, oh man, we're really going to invest in fucking NFTs and AI and all this bullshit. But they have no solid, the problem is they have no solid fucking plan for it or foundation. They just see, oh, new thing good. Let's give money to new thing. And then we make money, right?
Cool Japan
And
project.
you're wrong. And it's wrong. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's why the ex-director for fucking FF15 is now working on like their metaverse shit for Japan, and it's like sick. You're literally getting scammed. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, for
It's a
him,
little
it's
bit of
like, yeah,
both,
man, get your bag from the fucking Japanese government. But for the Japanese government, it's like you're fucking idiots. Like, what are you doing?
I think what's also a little bit different between current Western culture towards like NFTs and cryptos and stuff like that versus
Well, the
something
other
like
thing is they have actual protections and regulations. Is the other.
well,
Like when you buy an
also-
NFT, you do get something. You're not buying a Jake Paul pump and dump or a Logan Paul pump.
Yeah,
and dump.
yeah.
You
I
are
think the
actually
more-
you are actually getting an asset, but it's still an NFT, so it's like not it's not going to do anything. It'd be like
I think-
buying Bitcoin. It's like, oh, okay, like that's the only thing you could buy. It's still fucking crypto. Like it's still nothing.
I think the most important thing though is the fact that in the West, because there have been so many public and like known scandals and like dumps and like crashes and like whatever like stupid incidents with NFTs already, right? From like celebrities trying to hawk NFTs and people getting blown up for it, to like Jake Paul and like other retards doing it, to like, even bigger like crypto whatever stuff like Sam Bankman-Fried, like that affects kind of like how the other sort of crypto NFT space in general kind of acts, to all of these different things kind of combined together within the public space in the West, I think have created a much more negative set of publicity and culture towards NFTs and crypto and all that crap. However, in Japan, there have not been nearly as many of these like public incidents. And so
Yeah,
the
it's
sort of
why
public consciousness towards them isn't as hostile.
it's why I've regularly responded to fucking. I mean, some of them are bilingual, but like, also other people responding to people who are bilingual, like Japanese artists that were like, "Oh, maybe I should like do NFTs," and everyone was like, "No, like no."
Yeah.
And they're
Most
like, "But
famously,
it
the
secures
Pokemon
my
project.
art," and then everyone had to be like, "No, it doesn't. Here's why. Here's why
Yeah.
this does not do any of what you're thinking it's doing."
Yeah. Most
Um,
famously, that one Pokemon artist, right? The like one guy that like runs like the drawing channel or whatever. But he wanted to do NFTs.
Well, there was
and, like,
that.
everybody jumped on his
There
back.
was another artist. There was a couple other artists that were like trying to dabble in it, and it was like, people were basically like, look, if you think you can like you're probably not gonna make money on this if we're being real with
Yeah.
you. Like you might know one
You're
person
part
who
of the
did,
statistic.
but
Yeah, you're part of
realistically,
the
like you're probably not gonna be that guy. Like your art is really
Yeah.
good and you're really popular. That doesn't mean anything. Realistically,
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
going to happen is you're going to try and mint an NFT, and then 80 million bots are going to steal your art and mint NFTs before you can. And you are going to make no money off of your art. And in fact, it's going to feel like you don't even own your own art anymore. So, yeah, probably just stick to Patreon.
But yeah, I guess they see like, oh, it's art protection, so that's why it's, it proves that it's a one of a kind thing. You can't steal it in the digital age.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they made it a
Yeah, it's
Lepin Dorn
proof.
NFT. I
And then you
guess
click
that's
on the
like
link, and the link depreciated a year ago.
that's the only like positive argument I can give this. But yeah,
It's really unfortunate.
episode 4. Then after episode 4, or starting at episode 4, that's when it starts to become pretty generic idol stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, even before, it's not like it was that special either, right?
Yeah, pretty much. To like for the qualifying round of the 8-in seed or whatever, they have to sing a song, but guess what? This song was made by an AI.
Oh, baby.
Now that's like, oh, we used empirical data from like, oh, past VGA winners and like
Nice.
everyone's likes and dislikes in the school and made this song.
Nice.
So, you got to sing this AI, this Chat GPT song that we made.
This is
Or
exactly the world I want to live
or
in.
or you can make your own lyrics. So, I mean, if they just sang the same song over and over again, that would have been
Damn, dude, I can't
hilarious.
believe that show. I can't believe they like licensed Drake's music for that show. That's crazy.
But yeah, that's another sneaky way of, I guess, cutting costs in this anime. If you think about it, they basically have the same.
Isn't the ending also sung by it, like an AI, like text speech
I
or
believe
whatever?
it sound. Yeah, it does sound kind of funky. But this is a multi-layered joke. Multi-layered joke. If you think
Yo,
about it.
I don't think it's a joke, dude.
It goes.
I mean,
So-
it is a joke.
I don't think
Not
they're.
an intentional
I don't think they're
one,
telling a
but-
joke. It's just
Yeah.
funny. I don't think it's a joke.
It's pretty funny because remember when Keys and I went on hiatus or hiatus? Ugh.
Yes.
Yeah, it is stupid
I
AI.
hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hiatus.
Don't worry.
They replaced her with a virtual Kizuna AI, who's also an
Oh.
AI. So it's like a learning AI, and then here's an AI generated song. But remember, the kicker is that I haven't mentioned this, but every episode there's a virtual performance. If basically they're using the 3D model, and it's like, oh, Miracle kinda has the Kizuna eye face, and has the same tracking and whatnot. So they're using their 3D technology there. And so, yeah, that's that one thing. But with the song that they have to do, there's the AI version. But here's the kicker: they can also write their own lyrics. So each character, Miracle, Noel, and Chris, has written their own version of the song while using the same music. So
Oh,
there you
baby.
go. Cost. That's some smart, cost-effective uh, songwriting right there. Just use the same songs, but just write different lyrics. But yeah,
Much like Idol. He wants to be Idol, right?
Yeah.
The English coverage.
double dip, triple dipping. But yeah,
Yeah.
after that, it's really generic idol stuff. So Miracles, she just joined this academy through her Genkiness. She has no idea how to become a virtual artist, which basically means how to be a live streamer or a basically a YouTuber in general. So there's stuff about you can't just sing. You also have to dance and your stuff. And then there's a montage of her singing, but her dancing sucks. And then in a later episode, they use the same song and lyrics, but her dancing's better. And then they do it again a third time, and then her dancing's really good. So there's that. And then there's also they talk about talk dogas. Apparently that was a thing. It's different from a Zatsudan. Zatsudan meaning like free talk. These are really like really old Nico Doga terms. Talk Doga basically short form videos where they just talk, pretty much similar to old Kizuna Eye videos. Remember those where she just talked about random things? I believe that's what is a talk doga. Old school VTuber stuff. And then it shows that she's really bad at it. Like, oh, I don't know what to talk about in these talk dogas, whatnot. And then it shows her like trying to do talk dogas with another person, but she gets nervous in front of a crowd. So that's pretty cool. And then she tries to do a marshmallow type thing. I don't know how to other way to describe it, where instead of her asking questions and like quizzing another person, she tries to answer questions about she's the one answering questions, and that goes a little better. And then there's a thing where when she starts talking about Kizuna Ai, her audio suddenly cuts out during a part. So and then
Okay.
because haha, live stream mishap, live stream fail, she goes viral because people are just like, oh, during this time when her audio cut out, we're gonna make her say whatever, and that's how she like becomes a viral sensation. I mean, I guess that's supposed to
Yo,
be,
playing a very dangerous conceptually. Just
I
saying.
guess, but it's in the academy, so it's monitored. So I guess there's supposed to be a moral lesson of, oh, with a bit of dumb luck, you can become viral. And then there was an episode about, oh, you can't just about singing, like, oh, in order to do well and increase your rank as a virtual artist, you can't just sing the song. You have to understand the song and
All right. Oh.
understand the lyrics. The episode was called "Color of a Word," so there's that. That's about it. And then after that,
Anyway,
small episode arcs of, oh, here's Chris's arc, here's Noel's arc, here's Maru's
yeah.
arc. And
Again, very
that's
standard idol stuff.
basically where we're at here.
I guess I really don't have any questions to ask about this because it's
That's
all
really
bad.
what
But
this.
How many
It's a really
apes?
generic.
how many apes? All the apes.
Well, there's five. There's five. Lapindor six. No, not six that we can confirm. Five keys in the eyes, and then the one that's the hot topic, the one that's the current Lapindor holder. Her name's Ada.
Wait,
ADA.
by the way, have they announced that they're going to be like selling NFTs of like the anime scenes or anything like
I
that?
don't. I'm not. I don't want
I
anything.
wouldn't be surprised if they have, but anyways, that's neither here nor
There's.
there.
I'm almost done. It's basically Ada. Want to know who voices Ada? It's It's a hot topic. It's Kana Ueda for some reason. What's she doing here? She should get out while she still can.
I think Kanoeda is probably not in a position where she's gonna
I
reject
mean,
random
I
work.
should
But
mention the voice actors, right? If I might as well go on there. Voice
sure,
actors, they're all newcomers. I want
okay,
to, for obvious reasons.
because they're gonna
They're,
expand
they're,
this
they're-
into a multimedia project,
yeah,
right?
they're gonna milk this, right? You got
Yeah.
Miracle's
I
new,
understand.
Chris is new, the two other characters are new.
They're just
The
gonna turn
only
it into
one,
2D Idol franchise.
I mean, I think the only reason they have Kana Ueda as Ada is they're gonna make her sing and dance. So like, oh, we need someone good,
Yeah,
someone good. Right?
or not even sing and dance. They're just sing part.
Yeah,
Mainly
they'll
the sing.
dance because they have the actual like the, the 3D part,
Oh,
so
you
she
mean
has
the
to dance
ranks?
too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
but I mean, is this supposed to be another jab at the VTuber, the VTuber world, or oh, Kizuna I used to be the queen of VTubers, but now she got dethroned. I'm not gonna
I
say
don't
who
think
that
it's a
I
dethrone
don't
jab.
is.
think
Do
they're
not say
I
her
don't
thinking.
think
name.
I
it's a
don't think
jab.
they're
I don't think.
thinking that
Don't
hard,
say her
bro.
name.
Yeah, I don't think they're that smart.
But yeah,
Okay. Any last words?
I mean the concept itself is hit or miss, really.
I think it's mostly a miss.
It's yeah.
Trust me, as a person who likes 2D idols, I think I think even the general structure of like the sort of like idol school stuff, like school academy, um, idol series is generally a miss. Like outside of Kizuna no Allele, I think that's also why I had trepidation when I initially went into U149, right? And I stated that explicitly during when I was helping Dark review it, right? But this is obviously just this is so bad. What mal rating would you give it?
The mall rating on this is 5.16.
What would you give it?
That seems a little high.
I mean, I'll give it a 6.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Okay.
ways I would have improved this series. I wish it was more about actual VTubing stuff.
That would have been nice.
And instead of we're
But that would have
virtual
never
we're
happened
virtual
also.
artists to connect the world because her name's Kizuna.
But that also would have never happened because the issue is that the series is not supposed to be about trying to make money from a multimedia project that's about selling VTuber items. That's not really what it is, although it does have like these
It's
different
supposed
VTuber
to be
items.
about connecting the world through Kizuna I will
Yeah, exactly.
should have
The
done that
the
like a
the
year ago, my dude.
the problem is that all of this series, even if it does have like all these different fucking characters that nobody really cares about, is about trying to sell, is about trying to get money via selling the Kizuna Eye brand. So that's I think the crucial flaw with it. Whereas like I agree with you, Toast. If they made more of like a VTuber focused, like kind of cool thing, then yeah, it would have been a much better series. But that's like fundamentally not what they're so
They should have
unfortunately.
made like I'm saying. What I would have done, I just make them all VTubers. Miracle's a VTuber. I mean, they're kind of VTubers already, but then like, oh, we got these voice actors, and that would have been like, no, that's the
At that
first
point,
line
they
they
should have
should have been
just
drawn. 'Cause
run
these,
like created new VTuber channel, not
yeah,
even made
pretty
an
much.
anime.
These people are completely new, so no one knows who they are. Could have just like,
uh,
oh, here's these VTubers, and it would have been more interesting. Basically, what they did with Virtual Sanwa Meteor, that was pretty good. Like, oh, we're
well,
gonna
Virtual
showcase
Sound
all these
Limited was
VTubers.
also a completely different thing. It was just like it was like completely for the VTuber otakus and nobody else.
That's
And like,
that's what I'm saying. This would have should have been like this, but here's a bunch of whole new VTubers, or maybe Game
yeah.
Boo, kind of like Game Boo. Like, oh, you can watch these VTubers and watch them grow, but making this sort of virtual talent thing and blending the real world and the metaverse,
Again,
you're
I mean, again,
mulling
I think
you're
the
muddling
problem
it too
was
much.
more with the fact that, other than like the general idol anime structure, it was more the fact that it was a clear attempt to only sell Kizuna Eye instead of thinking about virtual YouTubers, thinking about virtual idols, thinking about any of that. It wasn't really trying to think about any of that. It was just like, oh yeah, Kizuna Eye is a thing, and then she does what? Like she's AI or some shit, and like she sells NFTs, I guess. Like that was literally how the direction of the anime, like
Should have
the
been less. Should have been less real world stuff and more VTuber stuff. That's
yeah,
pretty much.
yeah, I agree. I agree.
Okay. So that's this series. The end opening is my Mere Eye Wave by Path
Yes,
to Live. I don't know who that is. And Yosuga, sung by #KZN. Is that supposed to be is that the AI Kizuna? I believe it is.
yes,
Probably.
yes. uh,
Man, if they're gonna talk about AI that much, why not just make this entire series AI generated voices?
AI
That would have been
generated series.
great. Really.
that would that's Netflix's next idea, I think. But
But yeah,
or Wit Studios' next idea, rather. But anyways,
this 5.16 score is definitely warranted.
yeah.
What's
But
the company
again,
behind Kizuna again? Is it 7-7?
I don't know,
Or
bro.
is
It's
the
like some.
Kizuna Eye company now? Remember that she's branched off?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Was it
I
up?
think
Is
she
it
like.
Up D or Active or Activate?
I I think it was active. I don't know though.
Yeah,
But yeah, let me wrap this up real quick. Again, this is Kizuna no Leo. It is an anime based off a Kizuna Eye brand. It's like a
it's not based. It's based off the legend of Kizuna. Not even.
Yeah, it's
Well,
like the lore is based off like Kizuna Eye references and
yeah.
shit like that.
So
It's like a general idol anime overall.
would I recommend
It's
watching this? No, don't watch it. Not
yeah, don't
not even
watch
if
it.
you're a VTuber fan. Don't watch this.
Yeah,
It's not that good.
it is
It's-
anime, not adaptation. It's an anime original, excuse me, by Wit Studio and Signal MD. So
Do you think? Do you think the Wit Studio or the other company? Do you think they
Signal MD.
helped at all with the 3D portions? Because it looks like they just use the actual Kizuna Eye software, and believe you me, it doesn't look like they've really made it look better over the past years. It looks exactly like Kizuna Eye does.
It says
Doesn't
it's
look
the
improvement at
only
all.
two studios really mentioned are Signal MD and Wit Studio. So my guess is that one of the two, or maybe even a combination of the two, probably had a couple of 3D guys come in under their wing and just kind of do stuff.
I mean,
But I'm
what
not
I'm saying is, I wish it looked better because the other companies, they definitely amped
sure.
up their 3D studios. Kizuna Eye, this one looks the same as it has since, I guess, the last Kizuna Eye
My
concert.
guess is that they just didn't get that much money overall for
Or
this project.
they don't need to use it anymore.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, we're gonna use this old tech we still have. But yeah,
yeah.
don't watch